Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going on an exciting journey through the magical forest of Python programming. But wait, before we dive in, let me ask you, have you ever felt lost while trying to understand coding? Maybe you've stared at a screen filled with confusing symbols, wondering how to make sense of it all. You are not alone. Many beginners hit a wall, feeling overwhelmed by choices and options. Well, today's lesson is all about finding your way. We are going to explore Python's decision-making tools, the if, elif, and else statements. These are like signposts at forks in the road, guiding you through your coding adventures. So grab your virtual backpack and let's get started. Imagine you're wandering through a beautiful forest and you come across a fork in the road. On the left, there's a sunny path, and on the right, a rainy trail. To decide which way to go, you need some guidance, right? In Python, the if statement is like that first signpost. It checks your conditions and helps you decide which way to go. Let's take a look at a simple example together. Here is how the if statement works. So if the weather is sunny, the program tells you to go for a walk. Simple. But what if it is not sunny? That's where the else statement comes into play. Let's add an X to our code. Now, if it is not sunny, the program suggests staying indoors instead. It's like having a backup plan. Now let's take it up a notch with multiple choices using elif. Imagine there are more weather conditions to consider: sunny, raining, or even snowy. That's where elif comes in. Check this out. Here we check each condition in order. Depending on the weather, you will either go for a walk, grab an umbrella, or build a snowman. It's like choosing your own adventure. Now let's talk about something super important: indentation. In Python, how you organize your code matters a lot. Indentation is how you tell Python which lines of code belongs together. If you mess this up, Python will raise an error, just like taking a wrong turn on your journey. Here is an example. Now if you're in a hurry, there is a neat shortcut called the ternary expression. It lets you decide between two options in one line of code. This is a quick way to make decisions without all the extra lines. Easy peasy. Let's wrap all this up with a real-world example, choosing what to wear based on the weather. Depending on the weather, you will get dressed accordingly. How cool is that? Alright, let's transition into our hands-on project for today, a personal budget tracker. This will help you track your income and expenses. Are you excited? Let's set up our project folder. First, create a new folder called Python Basic Projects. Inside, create a new file named budgettracker01.py. Open it in VS Code and let's write some code together. Now that our file is ready, let's dive into the code. We'll ask the user for their total income and expenses. Here is how it looks. Next, calculate total expenses. The next line of code will calculate the remaining balance. This line of code displays the results. And finally, let's determine if the user is within budget with our if, elif, and else statement. Now let's run our code and see it in action. Now on your VS Code terminal, type Python budgettracker01.py and hit enter. You'll be prompted to enter your income and expenses, and the program will display your total expenses, remaining balance, and whether you're within your budget. Let's try it together. Congratulations, you've just built a personal budget tracker in Python. This project is a fantastic way to practice your skills with variables, input, and if statements. As we move forward in this course, we will expand on this project with more advanced concepts. Feel free to experiment with the code. Maybe add more expense categories or calculate the percentage of your income spent on each category. And remember, if you're enjoying this journey, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us reach more people and continue creating amazing content for you. Stay tuned for our next lesson, where we will explore how to combine this decision with lists, loops, and more complex conditions. Keep practicing, and I will see you in the next lesson.